I really like what Manta Lab's doing nowadays. Like, they got this plastic sleeve, which is like, features like, oh, here's your J card, which comes off immediately. There's also a sticker for Godzilla vs. Kong. It's all glittery and stuff. You've got the little Manta Lab card in there. And then you've got your lenticular, which is somehow the hardest thing to show. Case. You're going to see it in there. It's kind of like orangey lightning with blue and orange. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't really care much for those little cards, but I do always keep this in one little folder. This time I only bought the one. I bought the single lenticular Godzilla vs. Kong. This is number 852 out of 1,000. Yeah. I think this is the main one that everyone liked, because a lot of people are very, what forums are like, everyone's picky about this or that. I don't always get, like, my opinion swayed by what other people think, but sometimes it helps, because it helps to make me decide, shit, do I want to buy more than one? Do I want to buy one of this and one of that and all that kind of stuff? Because I never think I'm going to buy, like, 2 single lenticulars and then just sell the other, because I don't like doing that much. And there's also, like, the element of someone has to buy it too, like, just because you want to buy it to flip it for $300 doesn't mean that you should. So, doesn't mean that I haven't, but it doesn't mean that I should. Nevertheless, here we have, you'll get some lights strobing, unfortunately, so I'll try to avoid some of that. But yeah, it's a nice effect. I like the whole setup for this one, because the whole setup for this one is, that one scene where they punch? This is that one scene. So, this is the back, which is exceptionally designed. Obviously, you've got an explosion down the bottom, you've got the 2 in the water. It's just so nice, and I love how they've kept with the same color palette, the same orange to blue look. And obviously there's a lot of embossing and stuff, as you can tell from just like how it looks in general. You've got some embossed titling there, which is kind of interesting that, like, it still has this one part, but I think it's because this is meant to be the top is meant to be an extension of the front. So, like, where there's, like, a little building here, it, like, continues to there, which is kind of unique, I feel, because there's also, like, you've got the side here, which is also a continuation with the side of Godzilla. So this is Manta Lab edition number 41, and as you can see, soft embossing, but embossing nonetheless. And there's your little number. And let's take this baby out. Of course, we'll start with the creme de la creme. I'll just start with the fucking SteelBook. Look at this bitch. Look at this. This is what we all came here for. I like how it is the theatrical poster, especially the one that we got in Australia. But it's like, I really dig it. Like, they're like, hey, let's grab this one poster, which basically no one has used for a SteelBook. Great color palette range. You got a frame network, which is also bloody nice. And of course, embossing on Godzilla vs. Kong, and his spine is going straight through it. He's also embossed. Kong obviously isn't, but he doesn't need to be. So it automatically looks fucking exceptional. The title, I will be honest, on the spine, not easy to see. Probably my only criticism of the whole entire SteelBook, because it's just in black. Which, it works here because the black is on top of a bright background, so it sticks out. But you're mostly looking at Kong and Godzilla, and then you're like, Godzilla vs. Kong, The title doesn't need to stand out that well. Like, if the title was like the blue to the red kind of look, I feel like it would have failed on this. But on here, I feel like maybe it probably would have worked on the spine. And then on the back, of course, same color palette array. Like, this time we're focusing on the city where they fight, which is nice. I think this is Hong Kong, right? I'm pretty sure. But yes, it looks bloody nice. Just some metallic-y shines, no embossing or anything. Of course, you've got your text down the bottom, which I know people still dislike, But of course, at the same time, when you take out your little envelope, which I will unfortunately be opening because I really hate those flaps on the back of it. They're really annoying to put back together. And there's your inside artwork, which of course is fucking gorgeous. It's Godzilla fighting Kong. I'll put the 4K UHD back in, which I did just grab from the back. I don't think I'll ever use the disc. I don't need to. I've got the SteelBook, the regular SteelBook, which even is like the Best Buy SteelBook or whatever the crap. But I still like how the artwork on the discs isn't crappy. Like, it's still like Godzilla's foot and Kong's foot, which I think is really fun. Like, it's the same on the regular discs. Then you've got your little envelope, which is still a bitch to open. This is I'd say the least interesting element of the whole set. It usually is, I'll be honest, because it's just character cards and little images. So you've got your postcard of Kong. They all have the same background, so it's just that, which is still nice, you know. Them in two different cities. Yeah, it literally is, you know, them in two different cities, which is weird because that doesn't happen in the movie. Anyway, I got Godzilla, the little girl. You got those three characters that you really don't give a shit about. The Kong with the girl, Godzilla on the tower Kong on the tower fighting Godzilla, and back to the front. Like, they could have used more images of just Godzilla and Kong kind of fighting. I like that they went with Kong with the girl, which is nice, especially the one with them touching, you know, the fingertips and whatever. I think that's cute, but yeah. Then you got character cards, which is even more bizarre because you got the Godzilla vs. Kong logo on the back, which is still really fun. You got Kong, you got Godzilla, you got that girl, you got that guy, you got that other girl, you've got that one who dies, you've got that other girl, you've got the bad guy, and you've got the bad guy who's the son of the good guy from the previous film. And then you go back to Kong. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm being sarcastic, but at the same time, do you remember the characters' names? I don't. But, you know, unlike Godzilla, unlike Godzilla King of the Monsters, where you have a heavy focus on the characters, oh lordy. This time it's just, it has a just fun focus on Godzilla and Kong fighting, but like, it gives Godzilla enough humanity, which I think is always, it gives Kong, I don't know why I keep saying Godzilla, it gives Kong enough humanity, which I think really works. Oh, that actually closed immediately. Beautiful. And last but not least is the booklet, of course. Godzilla and Kong. Pretty neat. Again, don't like how tightly bound these books are. But, you know, it benefits sometimes. It really doesn't. It's annoying as hell. But yeah, this is mostly just images from the film, all landscape, which I still, to this day, despise because the idea is always cool, but like something like this works better because, you know, you don't have to focus much on the middle, and it doesn't distort the image too much. I might skip pages, I don't really know. It's hard to tell when I've got these gloves on. Like, stuff like this is fine, but it's also like, this is like the progress of the film. Like, wow, it's that shot of Stellan Skarsgård? I don't know. Wow, look, it's those three characters. Remember them? I don't really dislike them. They're just, like, they don't really do much. Then they gotta go to the Antarctic. Yeah, not a great selection of choices for images. Look, it's that one bad guy who I still didn't even know was the son of that other guy until I looked him up on the Wikipedia. It's kind of, obviously it's bad screenwriting. And then they fight. Wow. Which is actually out of order. I thought this booklet was in order of them fighting, but I guess they just really wanted that, you know, money shot in the middle of the book. Because the Antarctic is after this. So, you know. It's kind of fun, too, how, like, the money shot, which they even use like in the trailer, still works. Then you got the underworld thingy, whatever you call it, where he's in his own dimension, the monster universe. Oh yeah, you got that one girl who's also in the movie. Pretty sure she dies. I'm more than certain. You got those three when they're talking to the main bad guy, and he's like explaining his evil plan. And then you've got Godzilla again. Wow, in Hong Kong. And Godzilla's angry. See what I mean by these books? I guess most people feel the same way about these books. Then you got Kong with his staff. And Godzilla walking away from Kong. Now, dare I say it, not a single image of Mechagodzilla. I find that to be very interesting. Like, why? Why not have Mechagodzilla in any of the images? You give us, like, images of, like, two of the bad guys, who we don't care about, but they can't give us images of Mechagodzilla. Anyway, look, it is what it is. It's kind of disappointing, I'll be honest. Like, it's not overwhelmingly disappointing, because I forgot that Mechagodzilla was in this film, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's that one shot of them who I'm like, oh yeah, they're talking to the bad guy there, and that's like, because his whole thing is he's making Mechagodzilla. Despite it not being a Mechagodzilla, it's actually a Mechaghidorah, but still. Either way, I still find the film to be very fun. Worthwhile getting. I don't know what the other two look like in terms of, the double lenticular and the full slip, but obviously there'll be videos by other people up online, probably already, because you know how it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Adios. Look, they're going to fight. There's not going to be any more of these movies. Still, decent way to end it.